Okay, everyone, welcome. Let's start today laying down on our mats. We're gonna use our blanket. So I'm gonna open it up and I'm gonna make a nice rectangle with it, okay? So I'm going to fold it in three, right? I'm gonna fold 1/3 and then I'm going to flip it around and then I'm going to keep folding, right? So I make like a nice long rectangle that I'm going to place under my shoulder blades. So here we go. Slowly go ahead and release the back completely on top of your mat. And if you have to adjust moving your entire body to the front of your mat, go ahead and do so, because you only want to have the tip of your shoulders, the back, right, of your shoulders on the floor, the arms on the floor, but everything else wants to be on the other side of the blanket. So it's like if you're placing the blanket behind your heart, like if you're placing the blanket in on top, under your shoulder blades. And then go ahead and open up your feet mat distance apart and knock your knees towards each other. We're starting here. We're going to stay here for a couple of breaths. You're trying to collect the energy to the present, to the center of your body. Trying to drop the energy completely to this physical moment. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose, pausing here, your thoughts, your worries, your doubts. I know there's a lot going on right now. But just sink in and tune in. It is important for everyone to learn how to tune in and just to stop what's going on out there in a matter of seconds. So as soon as you say, okay, it's time to just lay down and drop and be present, we should be able at this point to achieve that stage. Just coming back to your roots, to your spiritual body. And little by little, just softening the muscles that feel tense, especially in between your eyebrows. Your jaw. Your belly. As you inhale, expand all the upper body. Exhale and just release completely. And take here a couple more breaths, really paying attention to the flow of the energy. Take 2 more mindful breaths here. Nice job, everyone. Let's go ahead and interlace the fingers and extend those arms all the way to the back of the room. Stretch it here. Create a lot of length in the size of your torso, your waist. Very good. And go ahead and interlace the fingers in the opposite direction. Keep present, keep the attention in your breath. Nice job. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and come back again into cactus. Go ahead and break the connection in between your knees. Let's a windshield wiper here. And we're going to try to maintain the shoulder blades and the upper body against the blanket. Just deepening out here the twist by maintaining that blanket underneath the shoulder blades. Just keep rocking those thighs side to side, trying to touch the floor with both knees, but again, without lifting the shoulder blades off the blanket. Just a couple more. Nice job, everyone. Let's go ahead and roll completely to the right side. And let's move the blanket. Good. Let's sit down, whether you want to fold again the blanket or not. And let's begin to open up the hips. So grab the foot. I'm grabbing here my left foot with my right hand. And with my left hand, I'm going to send my thigh in. Like if I want to place that foot down on the floor, and I just want to cross the legs on top of each other, working on that internal rotation of the hips. Just keep sending that left knee, left thigh to the right. Notice how the shoulders and the chest want to twist a little bit. That's fine. Keep rooting through the sitting bones, noticing the upper abs engage. Take one more breath here. Nice job. And slowly go ahead and release that foot down. Now grab the other foot. And with the right hand, extending the thigh all the way in. And it's not just to the center. You want to send that thigh as much as you can towards the opposite direction. You want to feel it in the outer hips. You want to feel a mild stretch in the glutes. Take one more breath here. Nice job. And come back. Let's come into Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose here with your feet together. And send those heels close to your pubic bone as much as you can. Now, instead of hinging forward, we'll go ahead and reach it back through the shoulders, through the shoulder blades to the back of your head. Just start feeling that stretch around the neck, how the shoulders are rolled back, how across the collarbones you begin to widen up. Take two more breaths. Nice job. Now let's start forward folding, maintaining those heels very close to your pubic bone. Begin to rock those sitting bones. So forward, pressing those feet, the sole of your feet together so you can also feel the engagement in the inner thighs. And again, maintaining your mind here, paying attention to the sensations of the physical body. Take two more breaths. Nice job. Now let's go twist. Place that right knee again facing forward, but now on the floor. And cross the left leg towards the right, placing the foot on the floor. And go ahead and notice those sitting bones rooting down completely. Stay here, opening up the chest. Pressing evenly through that left foot. Take one more. Nice job. Without lifting the sitting bones, go ahead and grab with the right hand the left knee and begin to twist the chest towards the left side. Now, tilt the hips back a little bit. Balance on your sitting bones again. Scoop the belly in and up. Take one more here. Good, and release. Now, that same knee, left knee, facing forward on the floor. Cross the right one to the left side. And take your time just to notice both glutes, just releasing completely on the floor. That's why we're going to take here a couple of breaths. Just settle in the position to root through that right foot. And to keep flexing that left foot so you can press the floor away with the outer edge. One more here. Nice job. Go ahead and hug with your hand or with your forearm and rotate the chest to the right. Nice job. Inhale to elongate the spine. Exhale to twist deeper. One more here. Nice job. Let's come back. Let's uncross and come into hands and knees. Some cat-cow poses here with your hands under the shoulder, knees under the hip. So the first one we're going to hold. So inhale here and stay in cow pose for at least 3 mindful breaths. Work on the lower back, lift those sitting bones all the way up towards the ceiling. Press evenly through both hands. Lift the chest off the mat at least 2 more inches and keep rolling those shoulders back and away from the neck. Nice job. Starting from the hips, lift the pubic bone, draw the tailbone down and around, letting the chin reach the chest at the end. Now take your time here again. Press with the top of the feet with each toe. Press through the shin bones and the knees. Now let's work blending the breath. Inhale, open up the chest. And whenever you're ready, just around as you exhale. And inhale, chest pulls forward. Press through the whole palm, the knuckles of each finger. Exhale around. And a couple more. Inhale here. Around. And last one. Very good. Come back into neutral position. Place both the toes together. Open up your knees a little bit wider and reach forward with those hands in child's pose. Drop the shoulder blades down towards the floor. Elongate through each vertebra of your spine. Now extend the arms towards the left side and give your right side of the torso a nice stretch. Maintain those arms straight. Keep reaching through the left side. Nice job. Come back into neutral position and go ahead and walk those arms now to the right, giving the left side of the torso a stretch. Nice. Come back, extend those arms completely. Prepare yourself for downward facing doggy here. Reach up, curl the toes, and walk your dog as soon as you land. Just stretch the back of those legs. Very good. Now come forward to plank top of a push-up and place the right knee on the floor. Go ahead and revolve the left foot so the heel is on the floor and come up into Vajrasthana modified. Press it through the hand. Lift the pubic bone up. And now go ahead and internally rotate the left arm and send it all the way forward, creating a nice line from the back heel all the way to your fingertips. Now gaze it down to your middle finger and keep reaching forward with the middle finger and back with your heel. Take one more breath. Nice job. Place the hand on the floor and downward dog. Very good. Come forward to plank top of a push-up. Place the left knee down on the floor. Go ahead and get ready, extending that right leg like if you were gonna prepare for warrior two. And reach up through the right arm. A lot of balance. And keep revolving the chest towards the ceiling. And now internally rotate the upper arm and reach it forward. Now I want you to pay attention to your waist. Probably the right side and your waist is very elongated. You're lengthening that side. What about the left side? Can you feel the same elongation? How can you find balance? Reach forward through the crown of the head. Send those ribs in towards your spine. Take one more breath. And whenever you're ready, look down and downward facing dog. Full deep breath here. Send the right knee to the chest around and kick back. Open up the hips and the right knee to the right shoulder and place the foot on the outside of your right hand. Stay here in high lunge. And you can use a block under those hands. So those toes are pointing forward. Try to melt the vertebrae towards the chest, towards the belly. Take two more mindful breaths here. Try to sink the hips down towards the floor to get very deep into that right hip. And whenever you're ready, we're going to send the right leg back again, three-legged downward facing dog, and place the foot down on the floor. Send the left knee to the chest around like in cat. And now kick back. Go ahead and open up the hips and the left knee to the left shoulder and place the foot on the outside of that left hand. Now the foot is almost on the outside of your mat. If it's outside of your mat, that's fine, but it's parallel, right, to the outer edge of the mat. So the toes are pointing forward. You're trying to touch the floor with your pubic bone as you keep drawing the tailbone towards the back heel. Now, if it's a lot for your wrist, keep pushing through each knuckle and don't place all the way just in the crease of your wrist. Lift the back thigh a little bit more. Take one more breath. That's it. Kick back and place the foot downward. Nice job. Very good. So place the knees on the floor here and make fists. And place the fist, the knuckles, on the floor. Come into plank from here. And try to broaden the outer sides of your shoulder. So every shoulder is moving away from each other. Keep pressing through the knuckles. Just educating here the hands to press it evenly and not place all the way in just one side. Take one more breath. Nice shot. Place the knees on the floor. Hands to floor. Shoulders over wrist. Go ahead and slowly bend in chaturanga. Release completely on the floor. Good. Some of us are going to use the strap. Some of you are going to just interlace the fingers in the back. So depending on how your shoulders feel, and depending if you can extend those arms completely. Very good. Release the forehead on the floor. Lift the shoulders off the mat and begin to lift the chest. The head is going to lift automatically, but don't lift through the chest. I mean, through the head. Lift through the chest. And release. And again, forehead on the floor, pubic bone down, lift the chest. You're still facing down. The back of the neck is elongated. And release. And last the one, lift the chest. Push the floor with your abs. And release. Very good. Now, extend the arms, palms facing down, forehead on the floor the whole time. And now, lift the legs off the mat from the inner thighs. And release. And let's do it again. Lift up and squeeze the inner thighs towards each other like if you were squeezing a block. And release. And last one. And release. Very good. Let's do it together. Go ahead and grab the strap or interlace the fingers again. Lift the chest and lift the legs. And try to lift more the chest than the legs. And try to touch the back with your toes and with the knuckles of your hands. And try to reach forward with the crown of the head. Take one more breath. Nice job. And release. Now, bend the right knee, grab the right ankle, whether you have to place the strap around the ankle or not. And now close the legs as much as you can. And touch the floor with your pubic bone. Very important that you're not coming into a back bend from the lower back, but it's happening from the upper back. So that's why we stabilize the hips, right? Through the pubic bone. Touch the floor with the pubic bone. And take one more breath. And release. Second side. Go ahead and bend the left knee. Grab the ankle. And close the legs as much as you can. So your inner thighs want to be kind of touching here. Notice that your belly is against the mat, and you can now feel more your breath pushing the mat as you inhale. And the whole body releasing completely as you exhale. Keep stretching here the quad. Nice job. Everyone, hands right next to your lower ribs. Stay here in halfway cobra or lift yourself into upward facing dog. Good. And whenever you're ready, press back into downward facing dog. Notice your lower back. Work on stretching here the whole spine, especially in the lower back as you come into downward facing dog. Press it through both hands. Very good. Lift the right leg up, send the right knee to the chest and place the foot in between the hands. Go ahead and swap those arms all the way up into Alanasana. Good. We're going to twist. So go ahead and open up the arms towards the right side. Reverse. And then bend the elbow, reach it forward, and hook the elbow on the outside of that right thigh. Maybe open up your arms so wide. Take one more breath. And hands to floor. Stay here. Send the back foot forward a couple of inches into Parsvottanasana, but peel the right toes off the mat. And you can use your blocks. Peel the toes off the mat, the front toes. And work on stretching a little bit more deeper the back right leg. Create space in between your hips and your waist. So send the hips back and reach forward through the chest. Then whenever you're ready, send those toes down to the floor again. Let's twist, placing the hand close to the right foot on the inside or the outside. That's going to depend on you, how much you want to deepen the twist. And send the right thigh back with your right hand. Begin to revolve the chest and open up the arm. Take one more breath. Nice job. Hands to floor, bend the knees, step to plank. Lift the right leg up, Chaturanga. Stay low in cobra or lift into upward facing dog. And reach back whenever you're ready into downward facing dog. Full deep breath. Now lift the left leg up. Send the left knee to the chest and place the foot in between your hands. Go ahead and micro bend the back knee and lift up. Alanasana here. And in order to twist, keep bending the back knee. Open up the chest and the arms towards the left. And reverse. Nice. So reach and hinge it forward. Place the elbow on the outside of your thigh and twist. Take one breath here. And maybe open up the arms. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and place the hands on the floor. Move the back foot forward for a Parsvottanasana and lift the left toes off the mat. Sink the back heel completely. Place a lot of weight on that right leg. Maintain the spine straight as you keep reaching forward. Take one more mindful breath. And as you exhale, go ahead and release the toes on the floor. Get ready for your twist. Move the right hand close to the left foot. With your left hand, go ahead and press the thigh towards the back. Revolve the chest and lift the arm. Take one more breath. Nice shot. Look down, hands to the floor, step to plank. Lift the left leg up, chaturanga. Upward dog. And downward dog. Nice. Bend your knees. Walk your hands to meet your feet. And place the toes together. Sit very low and lift those arms up in Utkatasana. Palms to heart. Let's revolve again. Place the elbow on the outside of the left thigh. And if you want to, you can open up the arms. Take one more breath. And forward fold. Let's bend again. Chair pose. Palms to heart. Go ahead and begin to revolve to the right side. And work on those shin bones. Send them to the back of the room as you keep sinking the buttocks on the floor. Open up your arms, and if you did it on the other side. And forward fold. Inhale, push yourself up all the way. Utthita Hastasana, Tadasana. And place your palms at your heart. Very good. From here, let's go ahead and grab this strap. Place the strap on top of your right shoulder and lift the left arm up. Let's go ahead and bend. Grab the strap. Open up the right arm and bind. Now that we're here, open up your legs. Toes facing forward. Very good. Maintain this binding, sending the right shoulder back. The lifted elbow facing up. Take one breath here. Slowly begin to micro bend the knees and reach it forward. Squeeze the imaginary beach ball in between your legs. Activate those inner thighs. Take one more breath. Micro bend the knees and push yourself up. Very good. Go ahead and release. And heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. Second side. Place the strap on your other shoulder. Lift the right arm up. Bend the elbow and help a little bit that elbow and that right arm to stay very close to the right side of the neck and maybe back of your head. Bend the left arm, palm facing back. Bend the elbow and grab the strap. Come again. Separating on your legs. Toes pointing forward. Inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale, micro bend the knees and reach it forward through the chest. Try not to round the back. Keep reaching forward through the chest. One more breath. Micro bend the knees, push yourself up and release. Heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. Very good. Maintain this strap in the front of your mat. Let's come into Tadasana, mountain pose. And inhale all the way up, Utthita Hastasana, Surya Namaskar 8. Go ahead and forward fold as you exhale. Lift the chest halfway up. Step to plank, top of a push-up. Chaturanga. Upward dog. And downward dog. Lift the right leg up. Send the right knee to the chest and place the foot in between your hands. Go ahead and grab the strap with your left hand and bring yourself into warrior two. Work on sinking the hips. Reach forward from the hips. Place the forearm on top of your thigh and lift the left arm up. We're going to bind the arms in the back of our body. Go ahead and send the strap in your hand under and back on your lower back. Go ahead and reach it forward and under to find the other side of the strap. Now revolve the chest towards the ceiling. Take one more breath. Very good. Stay here. Move the back foot forward a couple of inches and now extend the front leg. It's a lot, I know, especially from the front hamstring, right? Keep rotating the chest all the way up towards the ceiling. The head can be facing down or about the head, but send the buttocks into the center of the mat. Take one more breath. Good. Look down, bend the front knee, release the strap, and step to plank. From plank, flow into your vinyasa or press into downward facing dog. Hold deep breath here. Take your time. Nice job. Lift the left leg up from the inner thigh. Send the left knee to the chest and place the foot in between your hands. Go ahead and grab this strap with your right hand. Anchor the back heel and lift into warrior two. Hinge forward from the hips. Place the forearm on top of your thigh and lift the right arm up. And from here, go ahead and begin to work on the chest, right? And that rotation of the rib cage all the way up. Very good. Send the right arm all the way to the back where your lower back is. And go ahead and try to find the strap underneath that leg. Now, as soon as you find the strap, you don't want to be like in humble warrior. You don't want to be on the inside of the left leg. You want to be again like in warrior two, right? Keep opening up the chest. Yes, just like that. Keep bending the front knee a little bit more. Take one more breath. And now look down. Go ahead and move slowly, heel toe. heel toe, the back of foot, and straighten the front leg. Yes, both legs are straight. Everyone work those legs, maintain those legs straight. And now send the buttocks to the inside of the mat. Take 2 more breaths. And whenever you're ready, bend the front knee, release, and step to plank. And from plank, we'll go ahead and flow or press back into downward facing dog. Let's take a couple of mindful breaths in pigeon pose. Lift the right leg up, send the right knee to the chest, and place the knee down on the floor close to the right wrist. Begin to slide the left leg all the way back. Move the foot close to the left wrist. And now find your block or something and place it underneath your right hip, especially if you tend to relax too much the buttocks on the floor in this position. So if you know your alignment that you don't need a block or a prop. Maintaining your sacrum parallel to the floor. And just relax the head here. You can use another block underneath your forehead. And just again, drop all the energy here and reconnect deep within. Take 2 more breaths here. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and place the hands on the floor. Curl the back toes, so press back into downward facing dog. Some of us are going to stay in downward facing dog, and some of us, now that we're here, we're going to try to flip the dog. Okay, I'm going to flip the dog, reach forward and plank, lift the right leg up, stand the foot all the way to the outside of your mat, and rotate into a back bend here. Maintaining the left leg straight and bending the right knee. Nice job. As soon as you're ready, hands to floor, step to plank, and press back into downward dog. Getting ready for the other side in pigeon. Lift the left leg up. Send the left knee to the chest. Place the knee on the floor close to the left wrist. And begin to sink those hips, extending the right leg all the way back. Notice the difference when side might feel more open than the other one, and more comfortable. Get all comfortable you want, but maintain the alignment on the hips and the sacrum. Whenever you're ready, begin to relax on the pose, whatever that means for you, using your props or not. Keep working on your breath. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and place the hands on the floor, lift the torso off of the mat, curl the back toes, and downward dog. If you did it on the other side, I'll go ahead and come into plank, lift the left leg up, cross the leg, in the back of your right, and wild thing. Lift the hips, lift the buttocks, lift the back of the heart. Take one more vinyasa if you feel like it, or just come back into downward facing dog. Go ahead and place the knees on the floor and sit on your buttocks. Whether you use your blanket or not, I'm going to use my blanket. I'm going to refold it. Very good. Okay, so we did kind of like the same pose at the beginning of the class, but this time we're going to double wrap. So right knee facing forward, left foot cross on top of the right. Now, some of us are going to be able to place that knee on top of the other, right? Instead of maintaining the knee facing up, we're going to be both knees on top of each other and maybe facing forward. If you're not able to place one knee on top of each other and just drop the hips down, then go ahead and come here, maintaining the right knee forward and coming into a four shape with the left. We're in a forward fold. So you can forward fold from here, or you can forward fold from here. So starting with the sitting bones, rooting down evenly, I'm now lifting one buttocks or the other. And then little by little, reaching forward through the arms. And it's a very mild forward fold. Trying to maintain the spine straight as always. In the majority of the asanas, nice job. And whenever you're ready, come back. Some of you know how to do the totally cool dismount all the way to the side. I'm just going to go ahead from here, place the left knee down, facing forward, and then crossing my other leg. Again, you can stay here and place your right leg like if you were normally sitting in Sukhasana, right? Just crisscross applesauce. And then from here, forward fold. If you're able to place the knee on top of the other one, maybe move your feet away from your hips. Notice the sitting bones rooting down evenly. And then slowly go ahead and reach forward. Take one more long breath here. And come back. Very good. Let's lay down completely on our back. Some of you are going to use just one block. and place it underneath your sacrum. You can also place both. Grabbing the outer edges of your mat, walking the shoulders towards each other, and maintaining your feet separated hip bones distance apart. So this is a nice Setu Bandha Sarvangasana pose, which is the bridge pose. If you want to go into the full pose, then go ahead and lift the hips higher and come into bridge. Just stay here. If you're using your blocks to release completely, to drop all the energy of your hips all the way on top of your blocks. Just take 3 to 5 more mindful breaths. Good. If you're in 2 blocks, go ahead and remove one first. Relax on the other one. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and relax completely on top of your mat. Windshield wiper here, everyone. Second time. Side to side, couple more. And whenever you're ready, send those knees to your chest. Knee, hands to knees, circle the hips. Both directions. This is the end of the class. So whatever movement your body's craving for, whatever movement your body needs to complete to complement the whole practice, then go ahead and perform that pose. And just get ready for Shavasana whenever you're ready. Again, maintaining your mind here, connected to your physical body. Focusing on the things that you can control, your breath, your peace of mind, your well-being, and your patience. Begin to deepen up your breath. Wiggle slowly your toes, your fingers. You stretch your arms behind your head, above all the way, your legs in front of you, stretching out. Whenever you're ready, bending your knees and rolling to the right side in a fetal position. You push yourself up into a comfortable sitting position with your palms together at your heart in gratitude. Gratitude for 1 hour of just self-care, self-love, pausing everything else and just taking care of yourself. Lifting the heart to bow in the head and dropping all our wisdom within. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Mitsuki, your cat is just so ridiculous cute, though. On top of you, like if you don't tell him to move, he will like stay there forever. He's so cute. Oh my God, look at him. And he likes to do yoga because he always comes on top of you and like, that is so cute. Okay, everyone, I'll see you then on Wednesday. I mean, on Friday. Sorry. Bye-bye. Mommy.